from Kern Government Television. Welcome to this week's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting. Originating from the County Administrative Center, located at 1115 Truxton Avenue in Bakersfield, California. Grounded in ideas, energy, and innovation, Kern County's vision is to be a driving force for the world's fifth largest economy. And our mission is to exceed expectations of the communities we serve, changing the way they feel about government, those who manage it, and the services it provides. Today's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting will convene momentarily.
Thank you. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Supervisors. Today is Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. Board to reconvene. The first item is roll call.
Supervisor Peters.
Here.
Supervisor Scrivener.
Here.
Supervisor Flores.
Here.
Supervisor Couch.
Here.
Supervisor Perez.
Here.
Thank you. The next item is the salute to the flag. It's going to be led this morning by Sergeant Benny Rodriguez. He was a combat infantryman. That's a mouthful. I'm sorry, I stumbled over that. And a striker operator in the U.S. Army's 2nd Infantry Division from 1998 to 2005. He served overseas in support of Operations Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom. He's worked in various capacities helping veterans and families since 2007. Currently, the Veterans Outreach Program Specialist with the Bakersfield Vet Center that provides mental health services to veterans. Loves dogs, playing the guitar, riding mountain bikes, and loves how supportive Kern County is of their veterans community. They earned it. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for doing the flag salute. At the conclusion of that, please remain standing for a moment of prayer, silence, or meditation, whichever you prefer. Sergeant.
Salute. Pledge.
Thank you. Thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you.
Next item is the pet of the week. So we have our Director of Animal Services, Nick Cullen. I want to make a comment about the year, but I'm going to let you do it.
Well, good morning, Chairman Couch, members of the board. I brought with me Toto. Toto's about a 5-year-old small breed mix. He's not handling the attention well this morning, but he's a sweet boy. He's already neutered. He's ready to go to his forever home. He's been at the shelter for 2 months now, so we're hoping he gets a home real soon, and he can be adopted at the Kern County Animal Shelter today.
Thank you, Nick. Let's get Toto a forever home, guys. Thank you. Next item is the consent agenda. There are 84 items on the agenda today, starting on page 2 all the way to page 12. That's just the morning agenda. Items 1, 4 through 7, and 13 and 14 are not on the consent agenda. Everything else is on the consent agenda. Item 25, by the way, will be withdrawn. It will not be heard today. It's being withdrawn by the department. So now is the time. Everything listed with a CA above it is on the consent agenda. They're considered to be routine. Those items are considered to be routine and non-controversial by county staff. If you'd like to ask a question or make a comment about anything on the consent agenda this morning, now is the time to do so. Is there anyone here that would like to do that before we act on those all in one motion? Seeing none, I'll return to the board.
Motion and consent.
Second. You have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
Supervisor Flores. Thank you. The motion is approved. All ayes.
Thank you. That takes us back to the top of page 2, item 1. This is a resolution honoring Teresa Britto, Department of Human Services, for her retirement after 31 years of dedicated service to the County of Kern. This will be presented by Supervisor Flores.
Thank you. Motion on resolution.
Second. Please cast your votes.
Ms. Britto, if you would join me at the podium.
Jeff.
If I didn't pronounce that right, I apologize. Okay.
The motion is approved, all ayes.
Good morning. Today I have the pleasure of honoring and commending Teresa Britto upon her retirement with 31 years of dedicated service in the county of Kern. And as is custom, I'll be reading the entire proclamation because she's so well deserving of all the milestones that she accomplished for our county and for our citizens. Whereas Teresa Britto began her career with Kern County in March 1990 as an extra help counselor with the probation department assigned to the Juvenile Halls Witness Program, and on February 8th, 1993, she secured permanent employment as an Eligibility Worker 1 with the Department of Human Services and advanced through the Eligibility Worker Series to Eligibility Worker 3. Ms. Britto utilized her bachelor's degree in criminal justice with her career and was promoted to Social Worker 1 in July 2001 and joined the Welfare to Work team to the Employment Services Division, where she was responsible for assisting families in preparation for employment and self-sufficiency. Ms. Britto also continued to promote through the Social Worker Series. In April 2007, she was promoted to Social Worker 3, a position she held until retirement. Throughout her career, Teresa Britto was recognized for her dedication to assisting the Spanish-speaking population, the district offices, her co-workers, and for her daily commitment to transforming the lives of the people of the community. And her positive attitude and strong work ethic made her distinguished and a very well-respected leader. Ms. Britto received numerous awards over the years for her exceptional internal and external customer service, including Employment Service, the Perfect 10 in January 2018, the Rising Star recognition from Employment Services in 2020, the July 2021 DHS Employee of the Month for her contributions to COVID, mass vaccination, call center, and the clinic, the Department of Human Services, Humdy Award in 2023 for Outstanding Event Planner, and multiple job accolades from participating employers. And Ms. Britto was dedicated volunteer for the Department of Human Services and the County of Kern, including serving as an employer ambassador at Bakersfield Job Fest, Department of Human Services Kern County Fair Booth, election poll worker, group counselor at the Jamison Center, Holiday Cottage donor, COVID vaccination clinic leader, and a morale booster for her coworkers. Ms. Britto's dedication to the vision of DHS and commitment to serving Kern County children, families, has earned her the respect and admiration of both peers and colleagues. And her many contributions toward improving the lives of others will be greatly missed. She is wished the best for future endeavors, therefore resolved by the Board of Supervisors of the County of Kern, State of California, does hereby honor and commend Teresa Britto upon her retirement with 31 years of dedicated service. Adopted April 9th, 2024. Signed by our chairman and our members of the board. Congratulations for this well-deserved honor. You're our asset. Our employees do such a great job for the community, and we wish you the best in all your future endeavors. And Lita, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you.
Give a quick clap for that.
Thank you, Supervisor Flores. Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the board. I just wanted to congratulate, and I'll turn the mic over to Adriana Kessler, who is our Assistant Director, to go into greater detail about her career. But Teresa and I have a long history together. She and I basically started as eligibility workers way back in the day. She started in 93, I started in 94. Absolutely envious. She's retiring before me nonetheless, but it is what it is, you know. But to say the least, she's a fan of mine, and I love the fact that we're both Steeler fans. And she's a Dodger fan too, Supervisor Scrivener, so there you go. Got to have that in place. But no, in all kidding aside, I just want to thank Teresa for her tremendous work. 31 years is a lot of service to provide to one county, let alone one community. And I appreciate all the things that you did and the model that you serve for the rest of our employees. So thank you very much for your service. And I'll turn it over to Adriana now.
Thank you. Good morning, Chairman and members of the board. My name is Adriana Kessler, and I'm an Assistant Director for the Employment and Financial Services Bureau at DHS. I'm honored today to present the resolution to honor Teresa Britto for her 31 years of dedicated service. During her career at DHS, Teresa has helped individuals secure employment and provided them with the tools, resources, and encouragement needed to thrive in their new roles. Through her work in employment services, Teresa has helped to transform lives and strengthen the community and will be truly missed. Here are a few comments from her coworkers expressing their happiness for Teresa's retirement and their experience working with her these past 31 years. Working with Teresa has been a wonderful experience. Her positivity, down-to-earth attitude, and humor can make even the worst days into some of the most enjoyable ones. Teresa is always eager and positive, and I feel like she has served as a mentor and guide without knowing it to many of us. I can recall a specific example of last year's Job Fest event in Bakersfield. It was my first Job Fest event outside of Ridgecrest, and I was extremely nervous. Teresa took the time to help me and put me at ease. She did a wonderful job of breaking down what to expect and answered every question that I had. Her guidance not only helped comfort and prepare me, and in the event, we received a lot of positive reviews from employers. This is just one example of the many where she has taken time out of her busy schedule to help one of her colleagues. She's always eager and happy to help. She exemplifies what a great coworker, team player, and mentor should be. I am sure I speak for everyone when I say she will be missed. And here's another comment. Although we are sad to see her go, I want to wish her the absolute best retirement. After 31 years of selfless and dedicated work to the county and people of Kern, she has more than earned it. I wish you all the best on your next chapter. And then here's the last one. I have had the pleasure of working with Teresa Britto for 18 years here at the Department of Human Services. Some would say their first impression upon meeting Teresa is that she's one tough cookie. However, having had the privilege of working side by side with Teresa, I've gotten to know the softie that lies within. Over the last 18 years, the Teresa I know and love is not only a generous friend, but one of the hardest working women I have ever met. Yes, my opinion may be certainly biased, as we have had so many fun memories to look back on, especially our love of Halloween dress-up days, which were second to none. Not only will I miss our dress-up days, but her joyful holiday spirit will be missed by all. I could go on and on all day about Teresa. She has risen above so much adversity in her life to get to this point, and I'm so proud to have been her colleague. To say I will miss my work bestie is an understatement. Her departure from the department leaves a giant gap in my heart, as well as everyone in employment services. Thank you for dedicating your career to serving others. Enjoy your retirement, my friend. You have earned it. So thank you, Teresa, for your dedication and hard work these last 31 years. And on behalf of everyone here, I want to express our deepest gratitude for your years of service and wish you all the happiness and fulfillment in your well-deserved retirement. Congratulations. And Teresa's going to say some words.
They said I had to say something, so I wrote it all down. First, I'd like to thank the county for the opportunity of employment. Actually, with my extra help time, it's 33 years of service. I would also like to thank my coworkers who took the time off to come and support me today. You are appreciated, and I love you guys very much. I'm a stage 4 cancer survivor, so I really need to thank God for allowing me to be here today to accept this proclamation. It was a long road, but I made it. Thank you all again. Go Steelers. Let's go Dodgers. I'm out.
Congratulations, Teresa. Next item is item 4. Before we do that, I know that Supervisor Perez has a comment she would like to make about item 12, I believe.
Item 12, that's correct. Chairman Couch, thank you so much for your indulgence. You may have noticed on item 12 today in the AM agenda is the appointment of Claudia Lopez to the Animal Services Commission. I know she's not going to come down and speak today, but could you tell us where you work? Would you stand for a moment so the crowd could see you? Congratulations on your appointment. And I would like to tell the world a little bit about you because you have such an extraordinary pedigree and work ethic that shines so profoundly in the way that you have spent your life and have devoted your talent, skills, and abilities. Claudia is extremely well-educated, very impressive Claremont McKenna undergrad, and of course, the very impressive USC Law School, to where she graduated, returned, and brought all that talent and ability to Kern County. She is a member of the county family. She is a staff attorney at Child Support. And somehow, with all of that devotion to serving the community, there's a long record here that I don't have time to get through. You also have found the ability and time to become a yoga instructor, I understand. So that is very, very cool. That is an excellent balance. I appreciate so much your devotion to our four-legged friends, members of our family. We have had great success in the past, and we look to replicate that with the presence of a new veterinarian and with, of course, the incredible energy, love, and passion that you're going to bring to this commission. So I wanted my colleagues to get a sense of who you are as they made that appointment, because we unanimously appointed you to that commission today. Look forward to hearing from you and how you work with Nick Cullen and improve the climate for our beloved four-legged friends. So thank you for your willingness to serve. Congratulations on your appointment. I look forward to seeing you in action. Thank you. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you. Next item is item 4. It proclaims April 2024 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in Kern County, and it will be presented by Supervisor Scribner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Motion on proclamation.
Second.
Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Well, good morning, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. Child Abuse Prevention Month is an opportunity to promote community awareness and to encourage positive actions needed to stop preventable harm to children. The Department of Human Services will partner with the Kern County Network for Children, First 5, Kern, and numerous committed agencies, parents, relatives, community volunteers, policymakers, and professionals to improve child well-being in the county and to give our children hope, security, and safety. On April 8th, the Heartbeat of Human Services aired an interview with the leadership of parents and teachers. Their evidence-based home visiting model provides a wide array of services to families with children from prenatal through kindergarten ages. Details are available at parentsasteachers.org. The Kern County Network for Children is offering a virtual training regarding drug-endangered children awareness on Thursday, April 18th. The training can be accessed at kcdhs.org/CAP. On Friday, April 26th, the Department of Human Services will share their virtual child memorial flag-raising video to honor the memory of the young lives lost in our county due to violence in 2023. The video can also be found at kcdhs.org/CAP. To raise awareness of Child Abuse Prevention Month, the county is inviting our faith-based partners to participate in Blue Sunday on April 28th. This day is designated nationally to pray for and remember the victims of child abuse and for all who work to rescue them. Please visit bluesunday.org for more information. Additionally, our county administrative building will be lit up in blue for the entire month of April for Child Abuse Awareness Month. This month and throughout the year, we encourage all individuals and organizations to play a role in making Kern County a better place for families by ensuring that parents have the knowledge, skills, and resources needed to care for their children. Together, we can help prevent child abuse by strengthening families and communities. And so, therefore, it's my honor on behalf of the Board of Supervisors to present this to Lito Murillo, this proclamation. The Board of Supervisors of the County of Kern, State of California, has officially proclaimed April 2024 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in Kern County, and this recognition has been entered into our official minutes and signed by our Honorable Chairman, David Couch. Lito, please share a few words with us. Thank you.
Good morning again, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Thank you, Supervisor Scrivener. It's an honor and privilege to be here today to receive this proclamation on behalf of the department as well as the team standing next to me today. I have from Child Welfare Services, Maria Bermudez, Assistant Director, Program Directors Tim Stevens, Aaron Gillespie, Monica Goodell, Limbanya Sandoval, Executive Director of CASA, Ashley Voorhees, Cynthia Zimmer, Kern County District Attorney, Amy Travis, Executive Director of First Five, Elizabeth Chavez, your Executive Director for Child Support, Larry McCurtain, Kern County Under Sheriff, William Dickinson, Kern County Probation Chief, Aaron Duncan, Kern County Fire Department Chief, Allison Burrows, Behavioral Health Director, Bryn Kerrigan, Public Health Director, Linda Hoyle, Executive Director, Henrietta Wild, Child Guidance Counseling, Tom Corson, Executive Director of Kern County Network for Children, Yadara Vargas, and Brianna Wood from Kern County Network for Children. We stand before you today united in our efforts to prevent child abuse and neglect. It obviously takes a team to combat child abuse on different fronts, and I'm fortunate to have this team alongside DHS and our court system to keep our kids healthy and safe. And that's what we're talking about, keeping our kids healthy and safe. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the many social workers that are at DHS that serve as your front line in our battle against child abuse in our community. They do a tremendous job and are often not recognized for the courageous work that they do. Each month, CPS reaches or gets about an average of 1,000 CPS referrals, and unfortunately, that number is probably underreported. And as tragic and horrific as child abuse is, what often gets lost is the lifelong implication that child abuse has as these children become adults. So here's what we know. Children who suffer from child abuse have a higher risk of heart disease, obesity, diabetes, physical and chronic pain as they become older. Many suffer from substance abuse, anxiety, depression, PTSD, and other mental health disorders. Many struggle to form just healthy relationships. Some obviously turn to crime as part of their trauma. So when you see this team behind me and you look at the various disciplines, the reason why they're standing with me is because this is a team effort, and we couldn't fight child abuse on these different fronts without this team behind me. The cost of treating physical and psychological child abuse is a huge burden on various systems, the healthcare system, education, law enforcement, and social service system, but more importantly, our community. I think it's important to realize that as we look at child abuse, we need to tackle it collectively. We're fortunate that through your board's support and amazing partners and hardworking social workers you have at DHS, we can continue this fight against child abuse and making a difference in the lives of the children here in Kern County. I know that Supervisor Scrivener alluded to a lot of activities, and that's why we're before you today to create awareness on child abuse. And if anybody suspects child abuse, I'd recommend or tell them to call the 24/7 hotline at 661-633-6011. And we're also going to be showing a video on April 26th as part of the Children's Memorial Flag Day, which happens every fourth Friday of April nationally. And so if I can have K-Gov show that video now. Again, I want to thank this board for this proclamation, and again, thanks to the team behind me and your social workers at DHS for the tremendous work that they do, making sure our kids are healthy and safe in our community. So thank you.
Thank you. Someone brought a wide-angle lens, hopefully. Thank you all for being here today. It takes us to item 5, which actually items 5 and 6 we're going to do together. Both will be presented by Supervisor Peters. Item 5 proclaims April 8th through the 12th, 2024 as Adult Education Week in Kern County. And item 6 proclaims April 20th, 2024 as Scottish Games and Gatherings Day in Kern County.
Thank you, Chairman Couch. Motion to approve.
Second.
Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Good morning, Chairman and members of the board. Our first item is declaring April 8th through the 12th as Adult Education Week in Kern County, and I believe I'm being joined by, okay, looking for Mark, sorry.
Mark's not here. I'm here instead, Jody Leffler.
Hi, Jody Phillip Peters. So, joined by Jody Leffler, and as chairman, or excuse me, as the trustee on the Kern High School District, I got a chance to go to some of the graduations for the adult school, and the amount of offerings you guys have through that is unbelievable. It's not just people going out and earning their GEDs, it's people going out and going through ESL programs. It's people learning citizenship programs to help them get their citizenship, vocational, on-the-job, career tech training, training for people that are incarcerated to help transition back into our community after their release. Just all kinds of different programs, and I've been to a few of the graduations and got to hear some of the stories about the impacts these programs have made on citizens in Kern County. So it really is an important program, and it's my honor on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, County of Kern, State of California, to officially proclaim April 8th through the 12th, 2024 as Adult Education Week in Kern County. And this recognition has been entered into the official board minutes and signed by our Honorable Chairman, David Couch. Thank you.
I just want to briefly thank you for all your support, the county and supervisors. We're embedded in many programs. We do really wonderful partnerships throughout Kern County, and it's all through your support. As Philip Peters was mentioning, some of the programs, are really outstanding, but they're so impactful, and it's because of the help that we have with the county. And one of them is the jail education program. And seeing our colleagues here today with Child Abuse Prevention Month and thinking about the different things that we offer out there, substance abuse prevention, domestic violence abuse, anger management, thank you. There's so much. And I want to thank Sergeant Granados and Sergeant, and I probably have it wrong, one of them's a senior, one of them is a Sergeant Polito, who's here. After COVID, we were really decimated in the jail education program, and they've worked really hard to help get us back so that we can affect change in the community and reunite these families with their children. And when you see the presentation just before me, we know when we teach the parent, we teach the child, and it does take a village. So thank you so much for your support. On behalf of all of the Bakersfield Adult School staff, Mark Wyatt, our principal, I'm honored to be here, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
And our next item is April 20th, or excuse me, proclaiming April 20th as Scottish Games and Gatherings Day in Kern County. And I'm going to be joined by Chieftain Bruce Marshall. Good morning, Bruce. So if you haven't been out to the Scottish Games, I definitely recommend going out there. It's a lot of fun, all kinds of good stuff going on, good food. The games are unbelievable. They have this thing called the caber toss where they're picking up telephone poles and throwing them across the field. I don't know if Cal Rossi from SoCal Edison's here, but if anybody needs practice, I'm sure he could use some help. But it's my honor on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, County of Kern, State of California, to officially proclaim April 20th, 2024 as Scottish Games and Gathering Day in Kern County. And this proclamation has been entered into the official board minutes and signed by our Honorable Chairman, David Couch. Turn it over to you, Bruce. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Peters, and I'd like to thank the Board of Supervisors for this proclamation and for recognizing April 20th, 2024 as Scottish Gatherings and Games Day. The Kern County Scottish Society, along with the Kern County Fair and Events Center, and with all our sponsors, are looking forward to our 27th year putting on these games. Entertainment will include Celtic bands, Banshee in the Kitchen, Whiskey Galore, Rinwood Sessions, and a new band this year, Crackin' the Stone, which I hear is a Kern County favorite. We'll also have the heavy athletics, like Supervisor Peters referred to, food merchandise vendors, specialty acts for the kids, world's tallest Scotsman, pictures with Nessie, the Queen, and a special appearance from Meridia from the movie Brave. We will also have a popular radio DJ as Chieftain of the Day on Saturday. So come on out April 20th and 21st to help celebrate our Scottish heritage and culture at the Kern County Fairgrounds. Thank you.
Thank you for being here today. That takes us to item 7, which proclaims April 2024 as National Poetry Month in Kern County, and it will be presented, this proclamation will be presented by Supervisor Perez.
Thank you, Chair. Motion on proclamation.
Second.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
You're an artist. I can tell. As you know. Honorable Chairman and colleagues, I am simply delighted to make this presentation today, proclaiming April 2024 as National Poetry Month in Kern County. National Poetry Month was first launched by the Academy of American Poets in April of 1996 as a way to celebrate America's great poets and their integral role in our culture, history, and the development of humanity within us. Over the years, it has become the largest literary celebration in the world. With tens of millions of readers, students K through 12, teachers, librarians, booksellers, literary event curators, publishers, families, and of course, poets, making poetry's ever critical place in our lives, marking poetry's every critical place. Here locally, the Arts Council of Kern has done tremendous work in ensuring that we continue to honor our amazing artists while uplifting the dreams of aspiring and future artists, providing programs, workshops, opportunities to allow for the creative mind to flourish right here in Kern County. I would like to thank my friend, the amazingly talented and gifted Jeanette Richardson, Executive Director for the Arts Council of Kern, for her dedication to serving our community and for always being innovative and thoughtful in her leadership. I hope the Arts Council continues to thrive and inspire individuals to always dream big. It is the absolute best of us, as you know. Board of Supervisors of the County of Kern, State of California, has officially proclaimed April 2024 as National Poetry Month in Kern County. This recognition has been entered into by the official board minutes and signed by our chairman. It's an honor to make this presentation to you today. Everybody looks so artsy and beautiful. I love it. So the floor is yours. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Thank you, Supervisor Perez, Chairman and Board of Supervisors. The Arts Council of Kern is delighted to still be your partner in the state and local. And our mission is to provide access, advocacy, education in the performing, visual, literary arts. And now we've added, according to the state of California, media arts. So get ready to see more posts. I know you can't wait. So today we want to tell you that we believe, thank you so much for this honor, that poetry reveals the soul of America. And we'd like to introduce you to the newest poet laureate for Kern County, Samuel Rain Benjamin, and he will read you a poem.
Good morning to the Board of Supervisors. An ode to Bakersfield. These are changing times. The growth of our city, diverse in rainbow colors. I see you planting seeds. A new culture of brothers and sisters. We are Bakersfield, where road runners run in fields of nature's blessing, surrounded by mountain views. We light up the valley. The many flowers that grow, a reflection of things to come. We have but one duty to each other, to love ourselves as one. Thank you.
And you look the part, too, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
We have a very cool poet laureate.
Yeah, my goodness, that was so beautiful. Let's get a picture here. Wow. Great presents, too, my goodness.
Thank you, Christian. All right, let's squeeze in here. Thank you, Christian. Oh, sorry.
Oh, there it is.
The humanities make us human.
That's right.
Thank you to the arts. Yay. Thank you, appreciate you.
Thank you all for being here today. That takes us over to item 13 at the top of page 3. It's public presentations. This portion of the meeting is reserved for persons to address the board on any matter not on the agenda but under the jurisdiction of the board. We ask that you keep your comments to 2 minutes. Mr. Shin, good morning.
Dose.
Dose?
Good morning, board members.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Chairman. Happy post-continuing election vote counting. We'll have 6 speakers today. My name is Charles Shin. I am a retired Marine. I'll be followed by Mr. Ralph Robles, also a retired Marine. S-H-I-N-N. Yesterday, we mailed a letter to the Kern County Bar Association. And since our committee carbon copied it to your board, we would like to read this letter to you. Dear Kern County Bar Association Board of Directors, dated 8 April 2024. Few Kern County citizens realize that on your board of 13 directors, you have members who represent the legal departments of 4 Kern County government agencies. They are the Kern County District Attorney, the Kern County Superintendent of Schools, the Kern County CRO Human Resource Division, and the Greater Bakersfield Legal Assistance Incorporated. The remaining 9 members represent reputable legal law firms within the county. Our Kern Voters Committee has sent all of your board members information revealing that when a voter's paper ballot is scanned in the tabulator, its information is digitized for counting and sent to Sacramento. In the signed contract with Dominion, it contractually restricts 4 items needed for Kern County election employees to have the ability to audit Sacramento's digitized vote totals. The official printed Kern County election results of 7 June 2022 gubernatorial primary election reveal that tens of thousands of Kern's votes were never counted. The counting of votes is controlled by a software program which is easily manipulated and can selectively control vote distributions without our knowledge. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Robles.
Good morning, sir. My name is Ralph Robles, and I am a veteran. It is very important that your Kern County Bar Association support the Kern's Board of Supervisors for requesting from Shirley Weber, the California Secretary of State, the 4 items needed. She has them, and it will allow Kern's election employees to be able to validate the digitized ballot counts and help restrict hackers from altering vote totals. Our voter committee has assumed that Shirley Weber refused or did not respond to the Kern County Board of Supervisors' request for these items because she would then be forced to give them to all of the California counties. So we have attached ballot hand counting procedures. Kern's one-day hand counting method must be reinstated in time for the November election. We are sending the Kern County Sheriff, Donnie Youngblood, the same information we sent your association so that he and the Kern County District Attorney can also support the Kern County Board of Supervisors' corrective actions. Most of the European nations have gone away from machine counting because of the fraudulent activities associated with this process and returned to hand counting ballots. Your Kern County Bar Association can no longer sit out this battle for preserving our promised fair and honest elections. Thousands of our Kern County soldiers have died fighting for you and your family's freedoms. So join this battle. Our Kern soldiers gave their supreme sacrifice. Do not let their deaths be in vain.
Morning.
Morning, Chairman, board members. Dennis McLean, MC, capital L-E-A-N. Ballot hand counting procedures. Ballots are cast by voters filling out paper ballots by hand. The ballots are then placed in a sealed ballot box. Each ballot box bears a discrete, unique identification number, which is made known by election officials only to the voter so that the voter can later verify whether his or her ballot was counted properly. All ballots will be printed on specialized paper to confirm their authenticity. Through a uniform chain of custody, ballot boxes are conveyed to a precinct-level counting location while still in a sealed environment. With parties' representation, ballot boxes are unsealed one at a time, and ballots are removed and counted in batches of 100, then returned to the ballot box. When all ballots in a ballot box have been counted, the box is resealed with a copy of the batch tallied sheets left inside the box, and the batch tally sheets carried to the tally center with a uniform chain of custody. Ballots are counted one at a time by 3 independent counters, who each produce a tally sheet that is compared to other tally sheets at the completion of each batch. At the tally center, 2 independent talliers add the counts from the batch sheets, and their results are compared to ensure accuracy. Thank you.
Morning, board members. Andy Hensel, H-E-N-S-E-L, Chairman. Vote counting from paper ballots is conducted in full view of multiple cameras that are recording and streaming. Those cameras ensure that no ballot is ever touched or accessible by anyone off camera or removed from view between acceptance of the cast ballot and completion of counting. The cameras also ensure that ballots, while being counted, are in full view and are readable on the video, and that batch tally sheets are in full view while being filled out and also readable on the video. Each cast ballot remains on video from the time it is received by a sworn official from a verified eligible voter through the completion of precinct counting and reporting. The video is to be live streamed for public access and archived for use as an auditable record with public access to replay a copy of that record. Anonymity of the voter will be maintained. However, any voter will be able to identify their own ballot by a discrete serial ballot number known only to themselves in order to see that their ballot was accurately counted. So now we have the chance to go back to the 200-year time-tested method that is secure, it is cheap. Some estimates have it down to 185 a ballot. And these elections are done in one day. And you would be rock stars if you could pull this off. The people really want that. The people would love you. The people would become involved in the process. And I'll tell you who wouldn't be involved is the state of California. They're trying to get involved in the county's business of elections. And I'm sorry, but that's bureaucratic overreach. And what it isn't is constitutional. So now we have the chance to do like the Beatles say and come back, come back, come back to where we all belong. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Good morning.
On a different note, my name is Pamela Reese, R-E-E-C-E. I live on Diamond Springs Drive off Ash and Berkshire. I brought a couple little ditties to show you. And I don't mind if you look at them while I'm speaking. Could I give this to somebody?
Sure.
This just reminds me of, and hopefully you too, how Kern County and Bakersfield used to present themselves to the public and or visitors. So I hope you enjoy those two items. In case you didn't know, Kern County had Election Day problems with the March 19th election, in-person voting. The moment the polls opened and the first voter checked in, there was big trouble that caused the e-poll books to be shut down and unusable for about half the day. The e-poll book said that the voter had already voted, which was untrue. And also some voters' party affiliation changed without their knowledge. This prevented some voters from voting for their desired candidate in Tehachapi, among other cities and precincts. Some voters' addresses were also changed. I know mine was. I did not live in, or I had never lived in Edwards Air Force Base. Also, AB 626 was not implemented at all. This lack of compliance left many voters discouraged, disenfranchised, and angry. Some voters even left the polls without voting. Here is an undisputed fact. Last year, Amy Espinoza stated that our county is not prepared to comply with the law by the March 2024 elections. Why not? All equipment was in place. Was the Secretary of State notified that Kern County elections would not be prepared? There is certain mandated protocol that is supposed to be in place before and after an election when using electronic voter poll books. So far, rules and other guidelines have not been followed by our Kern County Elections Office. If you, dear supervisors, are concerned about the poor performance by our Elections Office in the March 19th election, we ask you to request that Amy provide an explanation before this board and we, the concerned citizens, of how she plans to best remedy this problem. Maybe start with the Dominion machines, functionality, configuration, security, test and verification specs, support files, and use procedures.
Ms. Reese.
Please refer to the California Code of Regulations, Title II, Administration Division 7, Chapter 6.1, Section 20700, which is the certification of voting systems and equipment.
Thank you, Ms. Reese.
Morning, Board. I had a couple of questions for Amy, but it looks like due to standard operating procedures, she's not here. My name's Jess Sanders, Jes-S-S-A-N-D-E-R-S. So I just wanted to ask her what exactly happened in this countywide 5-hour shutdown with the poll book manufacture malfunction that prohibited a lot of people from voting. Why did the voters' individual home and record from their registration residence get swapped to various other city locations across the county? How did the elections departments resolve this systematic fiasco just after lunch? Was there an internet patch? Which I'm pretty sure we've been confirmed that there is no connection to these machines. How did they get rebooted and who sent the patch? So that was what I wanted to address with that. And I did want to say about the Child Abuse Awareness Month. I agree with them wholeheartedly to keep our children healthy and safe. I believe part of that would be taking some of the inappropriate pornography out of our Kern schools, which was just turned down 4-3 by our Kern school Board of Supervisors. Would like to see some of that stuff come out of our schools so that our children are not exposed to it under our tax dollars. Thank you.
Thank you. I think Ms. Espinoza actually is in the back today. Are there any other public speakers, by the way? Before is that Ms. Espinoza in the back? Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Chairman and members of the board. My name is Taylor Thomas, Taylorthomas. I'm the Vice President of Legislative Affairs at CSU Bakersfield. I wanted to come by today and thank the board on behalf of my campus for your willingness to collaborate with us and support us in all of our endeavors. We really appreciate it. I'm also excited to share some changes happening within our organization. The past few months have shown me that working together and maintaining this communication between us is essential for someone in my role to be successful. With that in mind, I decided to make some changes and amend my committee codes to require all members of my lobby corps team to attend and give public comment at least one meeting minimum per semester. I believe this will improve their communication skills, ease their fear of public speaking, and improve their relationship with the county. I hope that you will welcome all of these changes with open arms and embrace my predecessor, who is here with me today, Antonio Reyes, as he will be attending future meetings and keep you all informed about what is going on within the CSU system and specifically CSU Bakersfield. And once again, I'd just like to thank you. All of your support with us has really guided us and shaped us as better leaders, and we thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you for coming today. Good morning.
Hi, Paul Infesti. I am in District 3. My mind's a little soft today. My understanding of AB 626 was that not that it required counties to accept ballots outside of envelopes, but that it allowed it as long as certain conditions are currently in place and met. And apparently they weren't in this county. But so I think that the county was actually in compliance with that as it required those conditions to be met first, and they just weren't. That's my take of it. I'm not an attorney, but I read through the entire the bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Harman Bagawan. I am actually a mental health therapist at Kern Medical Columbus location. So I have been working for Kern Medical for 1.5 years. During my time at Kern Medical, I have experienced severe religious discrimination and retaliation due to my religious beliefs. In addition, my colleagues and I have been experiencing hostile work environments as well. In the past, I received spectacular evaluation from my clinical supervisors and others. After my religion was labeled as evil, things turned negative for me. The severity of the discrimination had gotten worse as soon as I reported my concerns and well-being, such as my mental health. For instance, Kelly Binninger of HR humiliated me by conducting an HR meeting in front of patients and staff, being labeled as a devil worshiper by the whole hospital, vandalism, so my car was recently vandalized, being reported for taking 15-minute breaks, not being invited to hospital potlucks, etc. Renee Villanueva was notified about this multiple times, but she did nothing. Instead, every small move that we make is now being reported just because I expressed my concerns through emails and verbally, which I do have a huge file right here. I also want to talk about patient safety issues within the behavioral health department as well. Currently, Renee is abusing her position by allowing Joyce Maldonado, an outpatient practice manager with no mental health clinical background, to limit us from using our clinical judgment and skills. In addition, patients are being forced to get behavioral health services and/or interventions to increase patient numbers. Our Spanish resources are also not being utilized efficiently, thus affecting Spanish patients negatively. All Joyce and Renee care about is the quantity, not the quality of care, and that's something a therapist does not want to see. They do not care if the patient gets harmed, which I have expressed numerous times verbally and through emails as well, and nothing has been done. I am requesting they investigate the conduct of upper management, directors, managers, and HR for their misuse of their positions. Advocating for yourself, your colleagues, and your patients is a huge sin at this hospital, but that is not going to stop me from doing the right thing. Thank you so much.
Could we get your name again, or could you spell it for the clerk?
Oh, Harmon, Harmon. My last name is B as in for boy, Agallon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public speakers this morning? Seeing none, I'll use the chairman's prerogative and ask if Amy Espinoza would like to, I know you're here, Amy, and you're coming down, so I assume you want to say something. Good morning.
Good morning. Amy Espinoza, Kern County Auditor Controller, County Clerk, Registrar of Voters. Excuse me. I did just want to mention really quick, I want to clarify how the results of the election are communicated to Secretary of State. They're not scanned in and transferred. They're scanned in. As I mentioned, we have a closed counting system. The results are then tabulated there, and then we run a report. We go to a separate computer that's actually connected to the internet, and we send the Secretary of State our results. So I wanted to clarify that first. And then as to, I know there's 4 requests that this particular group keeps coming forward. This question's been asked multiple times, as you all know. It's been responded to multiple times. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. As far as the one-day hand counting, I just wanna remind everyone that it is against state law. The only time we can hand count is if we have an election that has less than 1,000 registered voters. Also, as mentioned, hand counting at poll sites. Even if we did go to hand counting at poll sites, I want to remind you that the majority of our ballots are submitted in their vote-by-mail envelopes, and those cannot be opened until we verify signatures. And we have trained staff in our department who actually review those signatures against our records, and so those would not be able to be counted there regardless. The e-poll books, well, really quickly, I wanted to just mention that we had less than 2,000 people vote in person on election day. To my knowledge, back to the e-poll book issue, in person. That was just in person. But back to the e-poll book issue, we did have a contingency plan. We had paper rosters that are sent out to all of our precincts in every election. We haven't had to use them yet. We've used the poll books in 2 elections prior to March 19th. And for this one, it was as soon as we made the call at about 7:20, because we were getting calls from voters, we were getting calls from our sites. And so we decided pull out the paper rosters while we're trying to figure out what's going on with the e-poll books. There were a few people, a handful of people who did come in, and we're still working with our vendor to figure out exactly what went wrong. I also want to clarify, this is not Dominion. This is not Dominion. This has nothing to do with counting of votes, with tabulating any results, zero. And the rosters were used. It also helped point out a couple of things for us. We know we need to have some better instructions because we had a lot of calls, so we were having to walk people through the use of them, but our poll workers are great. And there was only a handful of people who actually voted having to sign in on the roster until we had the e-poll books back up and running. To my knowledge, I have not received any reports that any voter was turned away, because during the time when we realized there was an issue, if anyone came in, we said, have them vote provisionally, and once it got back to our office, we're able to confirm that they did not submit another ballot, and we could vote that ballot. So we didn't want to turn anyone away, which is the ultimate goal as we are going through an election, making sure that every eligible voter is able to cast a vote. And we were successfully able to do that. I also, as you know, we have another election here, May 21st. So it's our third in a 2-month period. And so we're already in the middle of that, getting that election, getting prepared for that election. But those are my comments, if anyone has any questions.
I don't see any lights on, so thank you for that. I think that, are there any other public statements today? Public comments by anyone? Okay, I'll move to item 14, which is board member announcements and reports. Don't see any of those, so just need a motion. I think we're done with the morning agenda. To adjourn to closed session. Thank you. Without objection, we're adjourned.